Right, hello. I've had a request to do a little tutorial on the pull rings that you get from cans. Okay, and that's those. Haven't put the jump ring at the top on that one yet, but I do. Oh, sorry, went out of frame there. I do that. Okay, I find that sits better, but sometimes you're left with a little lip at the top, which is a bonus, which is there. That's the back of it. Sorry. That's the back of it. Okay, and you can actually put your jump ring through that, which is great. All right, but I will show you. So that's self-explanatory. Oh, that's because I've just zoomed in a little bit to show you. That's self-explanatory. You just put your jump ring through there, okay, and then it'll dangle. All right. But the other one, I found it lies better if you have two jump rings, okay, and then one. All right, like that. Okay, but I'll just show you how to weave the back with the sort of the jewels or the gems. I'll show you how to weave. All right, I'm just going to zoom back out a little bit because that's a bit too close for me. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Should be all right. Hopefully I'll be in frame. I say not very good at zooming in because I seem to lose myself. Okay, so what I do first is, which I'll show you. Oh, there's two different sizes too. Okay, right, my sister gave me these the other day. She got them from the scrap store, and those are like off tomatoes and baked beans, that sort of thing, dog food, that sort of thing. You know, make sure you wash them, of course, but so those are the bigger ones, and then we've got those dinky ones. All right, now there's sometimes sharp bits of wire, so you really have to make sure that that's gone. You can put them through your you know, cutting machine, which I do, big shot. But if you don't, then I make sure there's no sharp edges, okay, that can cut people or cut yourself. So I just literally squish it down a bit, okay. That's what I do with those. And if you're, like I say, if you're lucky to be left with one of them, sometimes it's down here, just bend it up a little bit, okay. I'm going to put this one through my big shot because that's quite sharp, and that'll flatten that nicely. So I'll go and do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's through the big shot now, and that's all gone. It's all nice and flat. Okay. Right, I get a length of wire. This is floristry wire. It's very cheap, okay, but it's very malleable. Okay. If anything, it's a bit tarnished already. Don't get me wrong, I've got other wires. Okay, I've got, you know, like these ones, which is 0.6 is good, is a nice one. And 0.4 is good for weaving. I don't know what that one is. That one's quite good. That's 0.4. That's a good weaving. So I would say that's about 0.4. Okay, but it's a floristry wire, so it's quite cheap. So all I do first is size my beads up. I'll get them out of the way in a minute. I'll work out, say the big one here, okay, I'll do that one, I'll work out what will fit inside there. Okay, that's upside down. Okay, so that, I'll fit that in there, and usually only big enough for one bead at that size. And again, I break up a lot of jewellery that I find in junk shops and things like that, and I use, so all my beads are different sizes. I mean, I used to make jewellery, so I have got loads of stuff, and sometimes you'll find that there's even Schwarzkopf gems in amongst this, and also you know, the other gemstones, semi-precious, sometimes you'll get, and then glass, and you know, they're all mixed up now. I just got them in colours, so I sort of eye it up like that, really. Okay, and if I didn't use a big thing like that, I'd most probably do 3 beads together like that. So you just, you know, mix and match. Again, there's another 3-1 there, look. Okay, and that's ended quite nice with that copper wire. Right, so I do that, and then I'll usually do the big one first. So I will thread, and on the back of this one, if you see, there's holes because it's on a bracelet. Okay, with 2 strings going across, so that gives it quite a lot of support. So I will just thread through. Hopefully you can see that. It's quite long, this bit of wire, sorry. There we go. So I will thread through there, and I will go in. I won't put it that way on top. I'll go in from the bottom. I found the easiest, all right? Because then this is at the back, and you first start weaving that way. Okay, hopefully you can see. I shall just come up a bit. Okay, so I've come in from the back, so the wire is at the back. Okay, and then I'll start weaving. And then, yeah, when you weave wire, you're best to not get a buckle in it. And you're working down towards the other hole, so there we go. All right, and then run your fingers along, because the wire, as it warms, will become more malleable. Sometimes starts off a little bit stiff, but the warmth from your hands warms it up, and it seems to work better. I used to make all sorts, sort of made birds and all sorts, weave winding bits of wire. Yeah, but my eyesight's not so good now. And I found that I was using I had to use a magnifying glass, and then I just got fed up with doing that. So it's hurting my back because I was looking over the, you know, through the magnifying glass to do the fine work. So I stopped it. So what happens now? If it's rough, it's rough. Okay, like that. And then I'll do the other side. So, okay, again, the wire's at the back, and I'll thread through and thread through towards the bottom. All right, and try, if you can, get that first loop in line with that one. But again, it's organic, and I haven't pulled tight enough, so there we go. It takes a little bit of practice just to, there we go, and then push that up. So that's in place. Yep. I look really sort of, I'm stood up now looking down at my work. It's not the way I do this, so just so I can do a close-up for you. Okay, I think I can, yeah, got that. So I'm going to work down towards the bottom. I'm going to have to sit down now. I actually can't even see what I'm doing. Oh dear. How people do jewellery tutorials, I do not know. It's just like sewing, but with wire. This sort of thing I do in the evening, sometimes watching telly, so I'm sat with my legs up doing things like this. So it's funny doing it, like sat down at my desk. And then what I do is I will go through, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll just come down. Okay, I'll just do 2 more this side. Actually, I'll do another one. And then stay behind like that. Let's have a look. Right, what I'll do here is I'll squish that together, like so. Just come up a bit there. And squish that one together as well. Okay, right, and what I'll do now is I'll turn over, all right, because I'm doing a crossover. I'm going to go through both holes that way, if I can see. Let's get it straight. There you go. So that then becomes the other side, goes to the other side, okay? Like that. All right. Then this one, oops, goes through, back through again to the other side. This bit, make sure you pull through properly. Okay, and then pull like that. Okay, and then we can start doing exactly the same as what we did with the other one. Okay. And you can maneuver them a bit after you've finished. And then start waiting. If you wanted to, you could go all the way round. But okay, that's plenty. And squish it together. Okay, just neatens it all up there. All right, and then do this side. Okay, and I'm going to snip off the wire, just going in a little bit there. So it's better to have it on the inside than it is on the outside, because you can catch if you haven't squashed it in enough. So yeah, and you'll feel it on your finger, so just give it a squish. Okay, and there it's gone. Again. Sure it's on the inside, that, and then give it a squish. Okay, and just check there's no rough edges. Okay, that's that one not done, but now I didn't think I got enough here. That's enough, I think. Okay, so I'll wind a few beads, or one little bead in the middle there. I'll just do one black one. Can't get a lot in. Gosh knows what, I think these are about 3-4 mil beads, something like that. Just to put that in the middle. Okay. So again, from behind, wires in behind at the back. Okay, and then starting to wind. Okay, and do the other side. I think this is one of the hardest tutorials I've done. I thought the boho beads were difficult years ago when I'd done that one. Okay, what I do again. Just ignore that up. Okay, and the same applies to this one. Actually, I'm going to go down one more, I think. So I've got a little bit left there, might as well. Two more. Okay, so I was concentrating there. I went quiet, didn't I? Okay, and again on the towards the inside. Just cut this off, and then squish that end down. Okay, there we go. That's that one done. Then open these out. Okay, just I keep one end straight and the other away. Always go away and then come back towards yourself, all right? Or else you don't, so you don't weaken. These might be a little bit too thick, actually. I haven't got much of a hole there. Let's have a look. See when we make a bigger hole. I'll do that one. Okay, there we go, and then that will dangle, all right, and then all you've got to do is the same on the bottom. Right, so what I do with to decorate a bottom bead is I have quite long head pins, so I can wrap the wire around, but if you haven't, then you just do the normal wrapping. I'll show you both ways. Let's have a look. Oh, what colour are we doing? Ah, black and white. Okay, so one of those. I usually do loads up of these, all random, so I can't even see the hole. Right. Again, this is my take on this. So, okay, so I've got 3 beads on there. You don't have to have 3. You can just have 1. It's totally up to you. Okay, and I will pinch that in. That way, I will go bend the wire away from me, like so, and then I'll twist my wrist. Okay, so I was there. So I twist my wrist and I move around. So I'm on that right angle there. Okay, and then I'll come right towards me. Then I twist again, if you watch my hand moving. Okay, and then I will go in there. Okay, to touch that wire. So I'm back at base. Okay, and then I will wrap. Now, not all wires will wrap, or not all head pins will, but these seem to do it nicely. And I will just wrap around and come on there. Okay, and then I will cut off. And this is quite thick, this one. Okay, and then again, you're not going to be able to see. Just squish that end down a bit, just in case. There you go. It's fine. All right. Well, that's how I do mine with a long head pin. Okay, I make use of that extra wire that we've got. Okay, and then that just gives something different to hang from there, which I will do now. I'll just put that on. Again, away from me. Okay, put that on and that, and then come back towards me. Okay. And there you have your little dangle. It's hard to dangle it in front of you, but okay. So you have a little dangle there. Right, that's that one. And the short head pin, I will just make a loop. So you have to excuse me with these little beads. I actually really can't see. Actually, I'll just do one. Okay. Right, if you was just doing a loop, then I cut it up to about 1 centimetre, and that makes my loop. But I like to wrap, so I'm going to carry on doing my wrapped ones. All right, so I just do that again. I go away from me, okay, and I'll hold the bead like that, and I'll move my wrist around onto that right angle, okay, and then I'll come towards me. All right, and then again, watch my hand move, and I'll do that. Okay, so that sort of forms like so, that forms a loop. All right, you've got a little bend here, and then we'll work round that. Don't want it too big, so just come down a bit, and then I'll wrap. These are quite thick ones, actually. And I'm short. There we go. And then I'll squash that down. And I'll make sure that's square as well. Okay. There we go. A little dangle. All right. Like that. So that's all I do with those. Okay. So that was a little, you know, not tutorial as such, but a process video. All right, that was the one I done earlier. That was the one I just done. Okay, so I hope that you find that helpful. I'm not going to do any more today because I actually need to get on my journal. So Christmas is approaching and I haven't got any presents ready. So I hope you enjoy doing those. Have fun with them. I think they'll, you know, actually it could, it could be an earring. I wouldn't wear them, but you never know. It'd be quite novel, wouldn't it? A little brooch. Well, that'd be nice. Run away with a little brooch back on them or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you'll come up with some wonderful ideas. You usually do. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.